Good Monday evening and welcome to the Ncwlife Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And we're still under an air stagnation advisory, and that will go until tomorrow evening. And you can see a little bit of particulate trapped under the big high pressure inversion that we're seeing right now. Not much can escape this huge area of high pressure. So if you have some health concerns, some people, you need to take precautions out there at least for another 12 to 24 hours. And then with a weather change that we expect, things will begin to clear out and some of this pollution will scour out of north central Washington. Beautiful shot here. No, it's not jump off, billy goat camera up in Okanagan County, taking a look down at Brewster and the Pateros area. And it was a beautiful day out there. We can expect at least a couple of more of those before another weather system moves our way. And that will change our weather pattern as we move through the week. Taking a look at our forecast, lots of sun today. We did see that. We will see some sunny conditions for your Tuesday as well. Temperatures will stay mild. And then on Wednesday, things will begin to change, especially by Wednesday night and into Thursday. We have at least a 30% chance for showers on both Thursday and Thursday night, and more showers ahead as we move into the upcoming weekend. And we'll tell you more about that coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Chelan County Fire District 8 responded to a report of a brush fire at around 11 o'clock last night. A threatened shooting at a school that was originally made in social media in April circulated again last Friday. And Mission View Elementary School in Wenatchee is about to unveil its new playground equipment after the old equipment was destroyed by arson. But first, we begin tonight. Washington health officials investigating recent cases of salmonella are advising people to check their refrigerators. According to the State Department of Health, 6 people, including a Thurston County resident, were infected with the same strain of salmonella bacteria. The last confirmed case reported illness was back on September 15th. 5 of the 6 people were reportedly eating English cucumbers bought at Costco stores in Washington. The cucumbers were sold in packs of 3 individually wrapped cucumbers. If you bought English cucumbers from Costco between August 18th and September 10th and still have them, officials recommend throwing them away. Chelan County Fire District 8 responded to a report of a brush fire at around 11 o'clock last night. The fire, approximately 16 miles up the Entiat Valley, spread quickly and threatened one structure. Fire district managers remind residents that conditions are still dry and to make sure that any outdoor burning is closely monitored. The fire was contained to less than 1 acre. Well, a threatened shooting at a school that was originally made on social media in April circulated again last Friday, causing schools throughout the nation with the initials CHS to be alerted. Those schools included Cascade High School, Kashmir High School, and Chelan High School. Superintendent Bill Motzenbrocker reported a student at Cascade High School in Leavenworth raised concerns about the post with administrators, and the school's resource officers from the Chelan County Sheriff's Office were alerted. He said deputies also mobilized to Chelan and Kashmir. The original threat was made by a student at Clovis High School in Clovis, New Mexico back in April. The student was arrested. Among other schools placed on alert Friday were Capitol High School in Olympia and Coeur d'Alene High School in Idaho. Well, you might recall last spring these images of an arson-caused fire at Mission View Elementary School in Wenatchee. The equipment was totally destroyed and the community came forward in a fundraising drive that collected over $2,600. Let's fast forward to now. Here's a shot of Mission View Principal Jeff Jager last Friday spreading mulch on the school's new playground. A ribbon-cutting ceremony is planned for mid-November. Coming up next, 3 earthquakes hit within an hour off Vancouver Island late Sunday, but no injuries or damage were reported. Waterville voters will decide if they want green or brown grass at the local cemetery when they cast their ballots next week. And a forest health thinning project will begin on about 40 acres of land trust property starting tomorrow in the Mountain Home Ridge area. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the Ncwlife Evening News.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington for 34 years. Arctic provides the finest heating and cooling air quality products for residential and commercial customers, along with prompt and professional customer service. Arctic also offers specialty services like custom sheet metal fabrication of ductwork, coil cleaning, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Arctic is available for emergency calls 24/7. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
Sir, I pulled you over today to ask you one thing. Is it true that Apple Valley Honda has a free lifetime warranty on every new Honda?
Officer, I'm glad you asked. Our lifetime warranty comes free on all of our new Hondas. That means you won't have to pay a dime for any major expenses. That could save you thousands. And no, you do not have to service with us. It's a great peace of mind, officer.
Wow, my wife and I have wanted the new Accord. We'll see you this weekend.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Welcome back. In another news, 3 earthquakes hit within an hour off Vancouver Island late Sunday, but no injuries or damage were reported. The quakes range between magnitude 6.5 and 6.8, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. The National Tsunami Warning Center quickly got word out that there was no immediate tsunami threat in British Columbia or Washington posed by those earthquakes. The first quake struck about 10:40 p.m., with the others following shortly after. Waterville voters will decide if they want green or brown grass at the local cemetery when they cast their votes next week. The Douglas County Cemetery District Number 2 has proposed a levy increase to help cover higher city water rates. Cemetery District Manager Cody Pragchat here tells us more.
Levy wouldn't pass, we would have to do significant cutbacks in every part of the cemetery, but water would definitely have to be really cut back.
The excess property tax would generate about $50,000, requiring collection of approximately 29 cents per $1,000 of assessed valuation in 2019. Well, a heads up tonight for you folks in the Mountain Home Ridge area. A forest health thinning project will begin on about 45 acres of land trust property starting tomorrow, October 23rd. The property will be closed to the public for safety reasons while the project is active. In the short term, Mountain Home will look messy and different. You'll see stumps, some crushed vegetation, and piles of slash. In the long term, after those piles of slash are burned and the land has recovered, Mountain Home will look beautiful, be healthier, and be ready for the next wildfire should it occur. The work should be completed by late in the day tomorrow. And you're watching the Ncwlife Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the Ncwlife Evening News. Stay with us.
Thanks to the help I received at Goodwill,
I have a job. I'm working now. Thanks to Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill. Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to get you back to work. When you donate to or shop at Goodwill, you're really helping people find work.
Thank you. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Bob's Burgers and Brew in Wenatchee. Only the best.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Bob's Burgers and Brew in Wenatchee. Only the best.
Eastern Washington. It's a great place to call home and a great time to own a home. It's the ideal place to lay down roots for your family and your future. Kisa Credit Union thinks Eastern Washington is a great place to own a home, too. That's why we offer all kinds of home loans with personal attention every step of the way. We're your home. For home loans, we're Kisa Credit Union.
Welcome back to the Ncwlife Evening News. The Wenatchee Kennel Club will soon have a new home. Earlier today, the club broke ground on its new facility at 200 First Street Southeast in East Wenatchee.
Thank you for coming. This is a big day for us. This has been in the works for years, and so to finally get out here and be able to put a shovel in the ground is like so exciting, and I'm glad you're all here.
We are excited to be even part of your Wenatchee Kennel Club, if I said it correctly. Yes, we are working with you for, I think, almost a year and a half through different sites, and this one was our final site. We couldn't wait to see this building going up. You have the renderings, you can see our vision and your vision on a paper, and when we have a ribbon cutting, let's see, put this paper beside the new building and we can compare how close we got. Thank you.
The Wenatchee Kennel Club is 57 years young and still growing. From its beginning, WKC has promoted responsible pet ownership through education, training, and competition. Some 16 years ago, the club took a leap of faith and rented an old storage building for their own training facility on Valley Mall Parkway. Club membership increased with the addition of more classes and events. Over the ensuing 10 years, members recognized their need for a bigger training center. A little over 3 years ago, the thought of a bigger training center became more than just whimsy. The building we were leasing was sold. A building committee was formed. Plans for a new training center were developed in parallel with finding a location to build it. After extensive and sometimes frustrating search for property that met the needs of WKC, but also fit with jurisdictional requirements, we found this gorgeous location in welcoming East Wenatchee.
Frisbee, Frisbee, what do you think of your new place?
Yeah, he says, oh, I'm excited.
Christy, are you excited about your new place? Yeah?
I'll just wait. Yeah, I'll just wait.
2, 3, go!
I would also like to mention before we get to weather that it's been a big week for the Wenatchee Kennel Club. Over the weekend, they received the National American Kennel Club Public Education Award for its educational and outreach efforts. The club had been using the former federal building in Wenatchee as its temporary headquarters. And congratulations to the Wenatchee Kennel Club. Now let's shift gears a little bit and turn to North Central Washington weather. What a weekend it was. Saturday was gorgeous out there. Sunday, a little bit cooler with that breeze, but all in all, temperatures in the mid-60s when we should be at about 57 right now. It was a beautiful weekend. We're still continuing, though, with our air stagnation advisory, and that goes until 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We have a huge area of high pressure that keeps all the pollutants and particulates trapped at the surface, and that's what we're seeing, some haze as we take a look at Okanogan County. Of course, Brewster and Pateros in your shots here. And It's kind of like that here in the Wenatchee Valley too. You can notice the haze and the foothills of the Cascades. So if you do suffer from any kind of breathing problems or health issues, by all means, stay inside or wear a mask if you do go outside. But that's all going to change because as we take a look at what we can expect, we'll get to that in a second. But today, rather, it was a beautiful one once again. 64 degrees, our high temperature. 37 was our overnight low. We have been below our overnight low temperature from normal for about the past 2 weeks or so now, and this morning was no different. 39 is where we should be for this time of year. 57, as I just mentioned, our normal high temperature. Record highs, 72 back in 2003, and boy, 1984, that was a cold year at 27 degrees. Several overnight low records have been set in the last month or so in 1984. No new precipitation, so we're still sitting at 4.72 inches for the year. Sunrise this morning was at 7:30. And sunset tonight right at 6 o'clock. Now let's take a look at those surface loops and put it in motion and show you what we can expect over the next 5 or 6 days. Tomorrow a lot like today, except a few more clouds, especially in the afternoon as an area of low pressure begins to spin some cloudiness our way. It's also bringing some subtropical moisture up with it as it continues its northward trek on Wednesday. We'll see partly cloudy skies, light winds. Temperatures will remain above normal into the mid-60s, but you can see the clouds beginning to really move into the Pacific Northwest on Thursday, and that will bring us a 30% chance for showers, especially late in the afternoon and into our evening hours as this system continues to push wave after wave of moisture right through the Pacific Northwest. The low pressure really isn't going to go anywhere. It's just going to continue to throw those waves of moisture our direction. A little bit of a reprieve on Friday. We can expect partly cloudy skies then, mild temperatures, but then once again by the afternoon on Saturday, this area of low pressure redevelops and it will continuously bring that subtropical moisture into the Wenatchee Valley. And you can see by Sunday, it's pretty well defined in the western part of the state. And this is a favorable flow for us to receive moisture in the Wenatchee area coming up from the southwest. No Cascades to really block its movement our direction. So I think a good chance that we will see the wet stuff not only on Thursday, but once again on Sunday. Let's take a look at your quick lube and tune forecast tonight. We should see a little bit warmer temperatures. I know we've talked about 40s and it just stays in the 30s, but 41 with a few clouds tonight should keep us a little bit warmer. 67 your high temperature tomorrow. Remember, increasing clouds late in the day, and then we'll begin a cool down as the areas of low pressure, as I mentioned, eject wave after wave of moisture our direction, and that'll keep our temperatures down. 63 Wednesday. 59 on Thursday with that 30% chance of rain. A little bit of a break on Friday and 60 degrees, and then back to the wet stuff on Saturday and Sunday. 60 your high on Saturday, 59 the high temperature on Sunday. Both days at least a 30% chance for showers. And that's a look at your local weather. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the Ncwlife Evening News continues right after this.
Hey everyone, so today I'm tackling medical assistant ninja, trying to get that next level career. Man, this dead-end job is holding me back. Decision time, I'm going charter college. Now I'm a medical assistant student. Rocking it? Yeah, earned the President's Award. Score! Took my career to the next level. Hey, I can level up to medical assistant ninja, so can you. Get on it.
The Ncwlife channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's Learn, Guada TV, Street Talk and Other Stuff, the 12th District, Life with Lisa, and the Arbiter of Stoke. Ncwlife channel is your local TV station.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
And now it's a sports update. on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy Monday. The Wenatchee Wild earned a split in its weekend series with the Merritt Centennials in town at the Town Toyota Center. Merritt picked up an overtime win on Friday night by a score of 4-3. Saturday, different stories. The Wild scored early and often in a 6-1 victory that included a Sports Center caliber highlight on Wenatchee's final goal by Josh Arnold. Oh, wait till you see this. Our checker had the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Bumped by Del Norte, but now the Wild back through center. Nice saucer feed. Krzyzewski shoots and he scores! It's a delayed call. The Wild still with the puck. Played by Sasaki. He shoots, he scores! Held in. And Wicks gets it poke checked away, and here comes Arnold. He's gone on a breakaway. Short-handed. Arnold shoots. He scores! Here's Fletcher over on the right side for Iannone, and that shot, score! Brian Adams finishes it off. He curls to the midpoint now, feeds it on the back door, shot and a score. Brad Coca finishing it off. 16 seconds left in this promotion. Dorsey cuts in front, he shoots, he scores! Swung across for Arnold. He's in, he shoots, he scores! Between the legs, oh my, what a shot! Da-da-da, da-da-da, called Sports Center. That's a highlight of the week.
Going to be a busy week for the Wild. They'll host Trail on Wednesday, early start time Wednesday at 6 o'clock, then Cowichan Valley on Friday, Prince George Saturday at the arena. Eastmont took over first place in the Big Nine all alone Friday night as they won while Wenatchee lost. In the game broadcast right here on the NCW Life channel, Eastmont raced out to a 14-0 lead over Eisenhower, and despite giving up a lead in the third, the Wildcats put their foot down, went on for the 35-17 victory. Caleb Massey ran for a touchdown and caught 2 TD passes from Carson Everhart. Wildcats rolled up 240 yards of offense, even though they allowed Damian Pacheco 241 yards on 28 carries. Eastmont improved to 4-0 in the Big Nine, 7-1 overall. I was alongside Grant Olson for the call right here.
Everhart on a 3rd down and long, turns, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, throws out in the flat. The ball is caught over there at the 5 and heading into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont, and it's Carson Talley tallying 6 points for the Wildcats. Here comes Ike cheating up the middle. Everhart turns, hands off. Look out, Massey's got a lot of room to the 10, to the 5, looking for the end zone. He's in! Touchdown, Eastmont. They'll turn, fake the handoff, rolling to his left, throwing in the end zone. The ball caught right at the goal line and tumbling in. Cornegie in the shotgun. Gets the pass from center, turn, handoff Pacheco, dive play, right side, driving, and into the end zone he will go. High end over end kick, and it's going to be Massey on the return to the 10, 15, 20. Look out, he's got a gap to the 30.
There he goes.
35, 40, up the far sideline he goes. Will anybody catch him? To the 20, to the 10, into the end zone, touchdown. We talked about the fact that a special teams play might be another difference for Eastmont. 90 yards on the kickoff return for the Eastmont Wildcats and a touchdown. And excuse me, it was not Talley, or it was McElwain. 26 of Eisenhower, on a 2nd down and 5. Everhart wants to throw, going downfield. Man's open and catching it in the end zone. It's Kalen Massey with the connection and the touchdown from 26 yards out. Cornegie in the backfield about 5 yards deep. Turns, fakes the handoff, has pressure, throws the ball, batted down, and then intercepted almost in the end zone. It hit the ground. Kaylor Cannon to come out as a running back in the backfield. Turn, handoff, Talley, end zone, touchdown, Eastmont.
So meanwhile, Wenatchee was on the road in Sunnyside Friday. Nate Blauman continued his brilliant running, carrying 30 times for 146 yards and a touchdown to help the Panthers build a 10-0 halftime lead. They will hold it till the 4th. Grizzlies scored 2 fourth quarter touchdowns, that is, including the game winner on a 68-yard pass play from Derek Escamilla to Mike Rivera. Sunnyside. They hand Wenatchee its first loss, 14-10 the final. Video highlights of the game provided by Huddle. Eastmont sits alone atop the Big Nine standings at 4-0, while Wenatchee is second at 4-1. Eastmont travels to Moses Lake Friday, while Wenatchee hosts Walla Walla in a non-league game. It's homecoming week for the Panthers. Also around the area Friday night on the Les Schwab scoreboard, Casper beat College Place 56-14. Cascade went into overtime to beat Okanagan 13-7. Olmac clobbered Chelan 63-23, and Odessa nearly scored 100 points. 92-14 over Entiat. Sorry, Tigers. Also, some games around the area on Saturday as we continue looking at the Les Schwab scoreboard. Manson took care of Oroville Saturday in girls soccer 5-1. Non-league swimming, Wenatchee beat, Hanford, Richland, and Walla Walla. Of course, everybody's talking about the Cougars and the Ducks Saturday in Pullman. Washington State raced out to a 27-0 halftime lead, held on for dear life at a 34-20 win. Jam-packed Martin Stadium. Gardner Minshew, the hero, threw for 323 yards, 4 touchdowns, including a nice one to ice the game on a 22-yard connection with Devin Patton with 3:40 left in the game. Washington broke open a close game with a fourth-quarter touchdown, make that 10 fourth-quarter points to beat Colorado at Husky Stadium, 27-13 the final. 5 different backs combined for 200-plus yards and a couple of touchdowns. Meanwhile, Riley Hennessy threw for 351 yards and 4 touchdowns. Central Washington cruised past Simon Fraser 60-19. World Series set for tomorrow, Fenway Park, Game 1. It is the Dodgers and the Red Sox. That's sports. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And before we leave you tonight on a personal note, many times and oftentimes businesses throughout the Wenatchee Valley don't get recognized for great things that they do for different organizations or maybe just different people in our community. I would like to recognize one of those businesses tonight. Bob's Burgers and Brew in East Wenatchee hosted a very special breakfast for Special Olympians on Saturday morning. They opened up when they're normally closed. They paid for the breakfast for all the athletes, including my youngest daughter. So I would just like a shout out to Bob's Burgers and Brew for their great hospitality and that breakfast. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
The physical therapists at Cascade Medical love the outdoors as much as you do. But sometimes where there's love, there's also pain. Let us help you get back to the activities that you love. Cascade Medical, partners in your health.
Yes, we are live from Studio 2. I am Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We got news, we got sports, we got weather, we got obscure holiday, today in history, birthdays. Tom Potter joins me in studio. How are you? And Rod Cool is my guest today. The expert is Bonnie Orr. We're broadcasting live from Studio 4, from Studio 2, Studio 7 here in downtown Wenatchee. Time for the obscure holiday of the day. Your Dog to Work Day. Beautician's Day. It's National Selfie Day, and in honor of National Selfie Day, I'm going to take a picture of myself.
Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Mornings at 7 o'clock on the NCW Life channel.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
So Pam, how's your mom doing?
She's okay. She's struggling. She'd like to stay in her house, and it's getting harder for her to do the daily chores.
What kinds of problems is she having?
Just basic house cleaning, you know, taking care of her house, yard work, taking care of her medicine.
Mm-hmm. It does sound exhausting.
It is very exhausting, and I always worry about her.
Aging and Adult Care can assist you or your loved one to remain comfortably and safely in their own home. Contact them today to start the conversation.